I've been stitching up the edges with some whiskey and some time, trying to find a reason or a rhythm or a rhyme. But the threads keep on fraying and the needle's gone blunt. I'm a sinking ship that's putting up a desperate front. The scars are getting older, but the blood is still new. It's been 1,000 days and I'm still stuck on you. They say that every wound is supposed to close, that the garden will grow back beneath the snows. But I'm the exception to the natural law. I'm the frozen lake that's never gonna thaw. 'Cause I've got a heart that won't heal, a soul that won't mend, a broken forever that I can't even bend. I've tried all the cures and I've taken the pills, but the ghost of your touch gives me permanent chills. It's a wide open canyon, it's a jagged old steel. I'm cursed with the burden of a heart that won't heal. I see the other people moving on with their lives, trading in their sorrows for some husbands and wives. But I'm still at the altar of a church that burned down, the loneliest king in a ghost of a town. Every I'm okay is a beautiful lie. I'm just waiting for the well of the memory to dry. Is there a part of you that's still broken too? Or did you find a way to make everything new? 'Cause I'm a masterpiece of damage, a relic of the past. I'm the kind of broken that was built to last. And I'm starting to think that the pain is the proof that I'm the only one left who is telling the heart that won't heal. It's never gonna heal. I try to change the radio, but every melody sounds like the choir from the night you walked away from me. I bought a different brand of tea, a different shade of blue, but the steam rising up just looks like ghosts of you. I took a detour home to miss that park on 5th and Main, but the clouds overhead just started crying out your name. There's no sanctuary, there's no place to hide when the whole damn world is wearing your eyes. I'm a stranger in a city that we used to own. Now every brick and mortar feels like a headstone. 'Cause everything reminds me, everything's a sting, from the cracks in the pavement to a stranger's silver ring. The smell of the rain on the hot summer street, the sound of a heartbeat in every drum beat. I'm running out of places where you haven't been. I'm breathing you out just to breathe you back in. It's a haunted house, it's a permanent view. Everything reminds me of you. I saw a cold like yours today, and for a second I stopped dead, forgetting all the cruel things that the January said. Even the silence is loud with the things you used to say, and the sorry that I'm saving for a rainy day. I can't even look at the stars spark that lived in your heart. I try to paint the walls, but the color wouldn't stick. The memory of us is laid down far too thick. If I go to the ocean, I'll just see the shore where we promised the world and then ask for some more. I'm a prisoner of habit, a slave to the past, in a world built of mirrors that I can't even smash. Everything reminds me, everything's distinct, from the cracks in the pavement to a stranger silver ring. The smell of the rain on the hot summer street, the sound of a heart beating every drum beat. I'm running out of places where you haven't been. I'm breathing you out just to breathe you back in. It's a haunted house, it's a permanent view. Everything reminds me of you. The sunrise, it looks like your hair, the empty seat. It feels like a snare. 1,000 miles wouldn't be far enough to get out from under the weight of this love, yeah. Everything reminds me. Everything, I see you everywhere. I still buy the coffee that you like, even though the other side of the bed is cold. I'm still rehearsing stories for a Friday night, like I've got a captive audience to hold. The calendar is frozen on the page where you left, a permanent winter in this empty apartment. I'm a professional at hiding the theft of the life that I thought was my only department. They tell me that the world keeps spinning round, but I'm still standing on the same patch of ground, waiting for your key to turn in the lock, begging for a hand to move on the clock. I know I should let go, I know I should fly, but I'm still addicted to our last goodbye. I'm living in the almost, I'm dying in the wait, trying to negotiate a bargain with fate. Everyone's moving, but I'm glued to the floor, watching the shadow underneath the door. I know it's over, I know it's gone, but I can't move on yet. No, I can't move on. Your sin is a ghost that won't leave the hall. I haven't had the heart to take your pictures off the wall. I'm retracing our steps on the sidewalk downtown, hoping to catch a glimpse of your coat in the crowd. It's a beautiful tragedy, this house that used to be, where I'm the only one left who hasn't set myself free. Is it moving on, or is it just forgetting? Is it moving on, or is it just regretting in that I didn't hold tight, or I didn't say more? Now I'm a shipwreck, washed up on the shore, and the tide is coming in, but I'm staying right here. I'd rather have the pain than to have you disappear. I know I should let go, I know I should fly, but I'm still addicted to our last goodbye. I'm living in the almost, I'm dying in the wait, trying to negotiate a bargain with fate. Everyone's moving, but I'm glued to the floor, watching the shadow underneath the door. I know it's over, I know it's gone, but I can't move on. I know I should let go, I know I should fly, but I'm still addicted to our last goodbye. I'm living in the almost, I'm dying in the wait, trying to negotiate a bargain with fate. Everyone's moving, but I'm glued to the floor, watching the shadow underneath the door. I know it's over, I know it's gone, but I can't move on yet. Not today, maybe not tomorrow. I'm not ready to trade you for a lighter kind of sorrow, so I'll just stay here just a little while longer. I can't move on yet. I'm not strong enough yet. I drained the reservoir until the bed was bone dry. I gave you every always and I never asked why. I was a safety net when you were walking the wire. I was a steady ray when you were playing with fire. I traded my ambition for the light in your eyes. I sold my own soul just to hear no lies. Now I'm standing in a room with the windows blown out, with nothing but the ghost of a shadow of doubt. I didn't keep a percentage, I didn't hold back a cent. I'm looking for the me in the places you went. I'm a vessel that's shattered, I'm a well that's run low, with no more direction and nowhere to go. 'Cause I gave you my all, every beat, every breath. I loved you past the limits, I loved you past death. I put my heart on the altar and I gave you the knife. I let you be the architect of my entire life. Now I'm bankrupt and broken, I'm a debt you won't pay. You took the whole mountain and you walked away. There's nothing in the cupboard, there's nothing on the wall. God, I gave you my all. See you moved on with a smile that's so light, like you didn't steal the stars from the middle of the night. Is it easy to breathe when you're using my lungs? Is it easy to speak with my words on your tongue? I gave you my secrets, I gave you my shame. I even let you rewrite the sound of my name. And now I'm a stranger to the person in the glass, watching the wreckage of my own future past. They say love is a gift, but this felt like a theft, when there isn't a single piece of myself that is left. I overinvested in a beautiful lie, and I'm watching my kingdom go up in the sky. I'm hollow, I'm heavy, I'm a shell of a man who gave everything up for a week and a kid. There's nothing left to take. You finished the job, there's nothing left to break. I gave you my all. I have nothing left. I changed the sheets and I scrubbed the floors. I bolted the locks on the heavy doors. But the air in here still carries your name, like a stubborn spark from an old cold flame. I'm sitting in the dark where the shadows lean, and you're still the only thing I've ever seen. I can't scrub the memory off of my skin. I don't know where you end and where I begin. The doctors say the phantom limb eventually fades, but I'm still bleeding out in 1,000 shades. I still feel you in the pulse of my wrist, in the ghost of the lips that I haven't kissed. I feel you in the silence when the music stops, in the rhythm of the rain when the temperature drops. You're the gravity pulling, you're the weight in my chest. I've tried to move on, I've tried to find rest, but no matter how far I run or I do, I still feel you. I went to the party, I wore a brave face, but I felt your hand on the small of my waist. Just a trick of the light, just a slip of the mind. But I turned around hoping for what I can't find. It's a haunting, a fever, a beautiful curse, and every day without you just feels like the worst. Are you feeling me too in the middle of the night? Do you wake up reaching for a vanished light? Or am I the only one living in this cell, creating my own little version of hell? Because your absence is physical, it's sharp and it's real. It's the only thing left that I'm able to feel. I still feel you in the pulse of my wrist, in the ghost of the lips that I haven't kissed. I feel you in the silence when the music stops, in the rhythm of the rain when the temperature drops. You're the gravity pulling, you're the weight in my chest. I've tried to move on, I've tried to find rest, but no matter how far I run or I do, I still feel in the cool morning air, in the back of my mind, in the things that I lost, and the things I can't find. I still I still feel you. You're never really gone, are you? I kept the receipt from our very first date, like a holy relic, like a twist of fate. I built a cathedral out of me and you, with stained glass promises and a permanent view. I didn't have a backup, didn't have a plan B, 'cause you were the air and the land and the sea. I guess I was reading a different book, the kind where the hero gets more than he took. I was measuring life in the rings on a tree, while you were just counting the seconds to leave. I thought we were forever, I thought we were the end, the kind of voice that the world couldn't bend. I didn't think us had an expiration date. I didn't know soulmates was just a mistake. Now I'm standing in the wreckage of a lifelong plan, with a handful of smoke where a future once ran. You were my always, my ever, my true. I thought we were forever, but forever wasn't you. I'm Looking at the photos of the house we never bought, and the names for the children that we never got. It's a strange kind of mourning for things that weren't real, for the ghost of a life that you managed to steal. You said I do like you meant it for life, but you cut through the always with a nod tonight. It's forever just a word that we use when we're scared, just a beautiful lie that we both of us shared. Cause my forever is still sitting here in this chair, while your forever just vanished into thin air. I thought we were forever, I thought we were the end, the kind of voice that the world couldn't bend. I didn't think us had an expiration date. I didn't know soulmates was just a mistake. Now I'm standing in the wreckage of a lifelong plan, with a handful of smoke where a future once ran. You were my always, my ever, my true. I thought we were forever, but forever, forever wasn't you. Forever is a long time to spend on your own. Forever is a heavy thing to carry alone. I guess I was wrong. Yeah, I guess I was wrong. It turns out forever has been gone all along. I'm folding up the blueprint of the life we tried to build. Another empty coffee cup that'll never quite stay filled. We had the fire, the fever, and the meant to be talk. But now I'm just a shadow pacing on our favorite walk. The ink is dry, the colors bled, the story reached the end. I've lost my lover and I've lost my only friend. We were a lightning strike in a summer sky, a beautiful hello before the long goodbye. We built a castle on a foundation of sin and watched it slip right through our open hands. It was a love that didn't last, a love that didn't stay, a masterpiece of always that crumbled in a day. We burned so bright we blinded every star, then woke up in the morning wondering where we are. No happily ever after, no saving the best for last. Just another ghost of a love that didn't last. You've got a new apartment and a different telephone, and I'm relearning how to be comfortable alone. The we and ours have turned back into me and mine, like we're just two parallel lines that finally untwined. I don't hate you for leaving, and I don't regret the start, but God, it's heavy carrying this half-finished heart. They say it's better to have loved and lost, but they never tell you what the recovery cost. The silence in the hallway, the vacancy in the bed, the thousands of I love yous that go unsaid. a love that didn't last. Yeah, it went so fast. Yeah, it went so fast. I've tried to drown the memories in 1,000 different ways, in the neon of the city and the static of the days. I've dated every stranger who has eyes a bit like yours. I've traveled around the world to reach the furthest, coldest shores. But the miles don't make a difference when the map is in my head, and every road just leads me back to words we never said. I've tried to burn the letters and I've tried to delete the past, but some things are carved in stone and they were built to last. I'm a prisoner of a feeling that I didn't choose to keep. It's the first thing when I wake and it's the last before I sleep. 'Cause you're the love I can't forget, the ghost I can't outrun, the permanent eclipse is hiding every bit of sun. I can change my name and city, I can try to start anew, but the center of my universe is still a path to you. It's a haunting melody that I can't offset. You're the only love I ever had that I just can't forget. I see your smiling shop windows, I hear you in the rain, a beautiful addiction that is woven with the pain. If I could take a hammer to the rooms inside my brain, I'd clear out every used to be and break this heavy chain. But the lock is made of iron and the key is in your hands, and I'm just a sinking castle on your shifting golden sand. Is it a blessing or a curse to remember it so clear, to feel the way you breathe into the hollow of my ear? I've tried to make you smaller, try to make you just a name, but the more I try to douse it, the more I fan the flame. The ghost I can't outrun, the permanent eclipse is hiding every bit of sun. I can change my name and city, I can try to start anew, but the center of my universe is still a path to you. It's a haunting melody that I can't offset. You're the only love I ever had that I just can't forget. I forget my keys, I forget the time, I forget the reason or the rhythm or the rhyme, but I can't forget the way you looked when you said you were in mine. No, I can't forget, I'll never forget. I'm still right there, and the love I can't forget. No cinematic grave, no grand goodbye, no I love you till the day I die. Just the sound of a suitcase zipping shut, and a look in your eyes that felt like a cut. You didn't even stay to see me break, you just left the keys for the landlord to take. I'd have traded the silence for a screaming match, for a door to slam or a lock to latch. But you left like a ghost through an open window, leaving me here in the afterglow of unknown. It wasn't the fire, it was the cold. It wasn't the story that we'd always told. It was the casual way you walked out the door, like you'd never stepped on this carpet before. No final embrace, no one last dance, just the sudden death of a second chance. I can live with the gone, I can live with the dead, but I can't live with the way it ended. You left a half-empty glass on the kitchen stand, the last thing that touched your steady hand, and a goodbye note on a grocery list next to the bread and the things we'll miss. It was so ordinary, so quiet and clean, like you were deleting a glitch in a scene. You didn't give me a reason to hate you, you didn't give me a reason to stay. You just turned out the lights in the middle of dinner and quietly carried the candles away. Now I'm haunted by the lack of the drama, by the period at the end of the comma. It wasn't the fire, it was the cold. It wasn't the story that we'd always told. It was the casual way you walked out the door, like you never stepped on this carpet before. No final embrace, no one last dance, just the sudden death of a second chance. I can live with the gone, I can live with the dead, but I can't live with the way it ended. I can live with the gone, I can live with the dead, but I can't live with the way it ended. I woke up and reached for the space on your side, but I only found shadows with nowhere to hide. The house is a museum of the things we once said, a gallery of ghosts hanging over my bed. The clock on the mantle is ticking so loud, like a hammer on glass, like a storm in a cloud. I'm breathing in oxygen, but I'm starved for the air, because every room tells me that you aren't there. It's not just the silence, it's the weight of the gold of a promise that's silver and turning to mold. I'm a map with no compass, a bird with no sky, just a question that's looking for one more why. Your absence is a fever that won't ever break. It's a physical shiver, a dull kind of ache. It's the loudest vibration in this empty hall, the way that you're nowhere but I feel it all. I can handle the anger, I can survive the dime, but your absence is an eclipse that's stolen the sun. It's sharp and it's hollow, it's heavy and blue. God, your absence more than losing you. I went to the store and I saw your favorite wine. I almost reached out like your hand was in mine. The mundane is a minefield, the routine is a trap. I'm falling through every single hole in the map. They say time is a bridge, but I'm stuck on a ledge, just staring down over the jagged stone edge. The world keeps on moving, it's a cool kind of pace, when I'm just a witness to your empty space. It's the coat on the hook that you never put on. It's the good morning text that is permanently gone. It's the way that the air feels thin and so cold, like a story that ended before it was told. I'm not missing a person, I'm missing a part. You took the living right out of my heart. There's 1,000 small, quiet, and invisible deaths. I'm still here, but you're not, and the night is all I've got. Yeah, your absence hurts. It just hurts. I'm staring at a notebook full of ink and jagged lines, trying to find a metaphor for the way the sun declines. But I've used up every winter and I've worn out every rain, trying to find a different way to vocalize the pain. The radio is playing something sad and slow and sweet, and I'm just adding teardrops to the rhythm of the beat. I'm a broken record spinning on a dusty shelf, repeating all the secrets that I'm keeping from myself. I promised I was done with writing lyrics about the end, but here I am with paper as my only remaining friend. It's just another goodbye song, another we went wrong, another 3-minute tragedy for the world to sing along. Oh, I'm recycling the heartbreak, I'm repackaging the blue, looking for a brand new rhyme to say I'm missing you. Yeah, the chords are all familiar and the words are getting long, but I'm stuck inside the melody of another goodbye song. I talked about your suitcase and I talked about the floor, I talked about the shadow creeping underneath the door. I've sung about the silence and the coldness of the bed, until there isn't one more sorrow left inside my head. But the ghost of you is greedy and it demands a second verse, so I'm polishing the trauma and I'm rehearsing the curse. They say that art is healing, but it feels like picking scabs, counting up the stitches in the psychological tabs. I'm making a living out of losing you tonight, selling off the pieces of the us we didn't write. Getting long, but I'm stuck inside the melody of another goodbye song. Write it down, sing it out, let the speakers scream and shout until the ink runs dry, until I've lived a lie. Just another goodbye song. It's just another goodbye. I promise. This is the last one. The batteries are 90. The screen is dark and cold. I'm waiting for a story that has already been told. It's 2026 and I sure would haven't been now to break the habit, to greet the silent bow. But every time it vibrates, so the notification goes. I said and shove adrenaline through my tight body flows. I'm looking for your name, for that specific shade of blue. Still harbor for a hate, or thinking about you. I know your number's gone, I know the line is dead. I know you're sleeping in a different city, in a different bed. But my phone has a memory that my mind can't erase. Scrolling through the vacuum of your empty digital space, and I still check my phone like you're gonna call tonight. Like a message from the past is gonna make the future right. I'm a prisoner of a signal that isn't coming through. Obsessing over timestamps and the dose to what was true. Every king is a heartbeat, every line is a snare. Just to find a notification that you weren't even there. I'm holding on to past tape, waiting for a bond to break. I still check my phone for my own heart's sake. I look at the old days, back when the typing bubble stayed. Before a delivered turned into a debt that's never paid. I see the photos we shared, the ones I had to move to trash. Like I'm buried in the embers of a long forgotten crash. Sometimes I start a text I saw the mood and thought of, and then I delete the evidence of this unrequited love. It's a 5-inch mirror reflecting my own lonely face, searching for a signal in the middle of deep space. Is it a phantom vibration or just my nose giving out? Is it a bit in the software or just a shadow of doubt? I should put it in a drawer, I should throw it in my leg instead of checking for a ghost every time I wake. I'm addicted to the maybe, I'm a slave to the what if, while I'm standing on the edge of this digital cliff. Messages, no missed calls, just the blue light bouncing off the bedroom walls. I'll put it down now, yeah, I'll put it down, but I'll check it again before the sun comes around. Comes I'm still waiting. I didn't see the shoreline, Drifting further from the pier, I didn't feel the winter until the sky was crystal clear. We were holding hands so tightly, or so I chose to think, while the ship was taking water and beginning its slow sink. It wasn't an explosion, it wasn't a sudden crash, just a quiet transformation of a fire into ash. I reached out in the hallway just to touch your passing sleeve, but you were already in the places that are only meant to leave. I tried to tighten up my grip to keep you in the frame, but you can't catch a shadow and you can't bottle a flame. It's 2026 and the clocks are moving fast, but I'm still reaching for the ghost of a love that couldn't last. It was a love that slipped away like water through my palms, a storm that gathered slowly in the middle of the calms. I didn't hear the silence till it filled up every room. I didn't see the desert until the roses failed to bloom. No matter how I bargain, no matter how I pray, I'm just standing on the dock, watching a love that slipped away. Now I'm reading through the messages from 3 long years ago, searching for the moment that the years turned into note. Was it a Tuesday morning? Was it a Friday night? When did the colors in our vision lose a Saturday light? You're a vapor in the city, you're a whisper in the crowd. Well, I'm the only person left who's allowed to be loud. I'm retracing every footprint that you left upon the floor until they disappear beneath the shadow of the door. Is there a way to catch the rain before it hits the ground? Is there a way to save the soul before the man is drowned? I was a heartbeat late to realize you were gone. I was staring at the sunset while you were looking for the dawn. Now I'm haunted by the could have and the should have been a night, and the dying embers of a love that didn't put up a fight. Slowly in the middle of the calms, I didn't hear the silence till it filled up every room. I didn't see the desert until the roses fell to bloom. No matter how I bargain, no matter how I pray, I'm just standing on the dock, watching a love that slipped away. Gone, like a breath on a mirror. Gone, like the fog as it clears. I thought I had a handle, I thought I had a hold, but you can't keep the warmth when the world turns this cold. A love that slipped away, it just slipped away. It just slipped away. I'm looking at the blueprints of the life we almost lived, the I love yous we took and the forgives we never gave. It's 2026 and the world is turning neon and new, but I'm still stuck in the sepia of a life designed for two. We had the names picked out for the dogs and for the kids. We were standing on the threshold, we were leaning on the skids. I didn't see the finish line, I didn't see the wall. I just thought we'd keep on rising, I didn't plan to fall. We were a second away from the happily ever after. We were a breath away from a lifetime full of laughter. But the clock stopped ticking just a second too soon and left me howling at a cold and indifferent moon. see the ghost of us in the window of that cafe on the square. I can almost see the way the sunlight caught your messy hair. We were a yes that turned into a not quite yet, a permanent maybe in a lifetime of regret. I bought the ring, or maybe I just held it in my mind. Either way, it's just a relic of the man I left behind. We were a masterpiece with the final brushstroke missing. The long distance call that ended right before the kissing. Almost is the cruelest word in the English tongue. It's the song that ends abruptly while it's still being sung. It's the plane that never landed, it's the ship that didn't dock. It's the silence that follows the ticking of the clock. I'd rather have a never than a nearly any day, 'cause almost is a ghost that'll never go away. Oxygen failed and the fire went out. I'm living in the shadow of the things that didn't happen, in the quiet of the rooms where the doors are always flapping. The beautiful almost is a heavy thing to tether. God, it hurts to remember we were almost forever. So close I could touch it, so close I could feel it. But time is all that knows how to unseal it. We were the greatest story never told. We were the silver that never turned to gold. Almost forever. Clearing out the closet, found your old denim jacket, the one with the ticket stub still tucked inside the pocket. It's 2026 and the world is moving fast, but I'm still the curator of a love that didn't last. I don't look at you with anger and I don't look with regret. I'm just holding on to snapshots that I haven't finished yet. The way the light hit the kitchen at 7:30, when for a moment this apartment felt a little bit like heaven. The bridge we built has crumbled, the water's moved along, and I finally stopped waiting for you to tell me I was wrong. But there's a secret archive in the corner of my mind, where the best of what we were is the only thing I find. I'll always remember us, the before and the then before they always turn into a never again. The late night drives and the way you spoke my name before the sparks we started turning to a killing flame. I'll keep the golden versions, I'll keep the honest truth, I'll keep the messy, beautiful, silver-lined you. Even if you're a stranger now, even if we're dust in the quiet of my heart, I'll always remember us. I saw a car like yours today, and for once I didn't shake. I didn't feel the familiar pull of a heart about to break. I just smiled at the memory of a song we used to know, and let the phantom of your shadow finally let me go. You're living out a story that I'm no longer in, trading out the old scars for a brand new kind of skin. But I'm the keeper of the earth, and nobody else saw the perfect imperfections in every beautiful flaw. It's not a haunting anymore, it's a soft and steady light, a little piece of warmth to help me navigate the night. I'm not wishing you were back, I'm not hoping for a sign. I'm just grateful for the season when your hand was held in mine. Some loves are meant to stay, and some are meant to fly, but yours is the one, I'll carry it until the day I die. I'll always remember us, the before and the then before. They always turn into a never again. The late night drives and the way you spoke my name before the sparks we started turning to a killing flame. I'll keep the golden versions, I'll keep the honest truth, I'll keep the messy, beautiful, silver-lined youth. Even if you're a stranger now, even if we're dust in the quiet of my heart, I'll always remember us. Not the ending, but the start. The way you occupy the center of my heart. I'm moving on now, I'm doing okay, but I'll take the best of us into every single day. Yeah, I always remember, always remember us, remember us. We were something beautiful. The silence in the hallway is the only thing that's loud, like the heavy silver lining of a thunder-carrying cloud. I'm looking at the tabletop where we used to map the stars. Now there's nothing but the rings from glasses and the emotional scars. I stopped checking the drive for the flicker of your lights. I stopped praying for a miracle in the middle of the nights. The air has finally settled, the dust has found its place, and I'm learning how to live without the shadow of your face. We fought the tide until our lungs were full of salt and sand. We held the fire until it burned the skin right off our hands. There's no more maybe later, there's no more if we try. Just the cold hard clarity of a final flag goodbye. Our love is over, it's a closed and dusty book. It's the never again in every single way I look. It's the fire that went out, it's the rain that turned to ice. It's the realization that forever has a price. We aren't we anymore, we aren't even words, just a casualty of gravity and the things that time does. The bridge is down, the sun is set, the die is finally cast. Our love is over and it's finally in the past. I didn't think I'd breathe again, I didn't think I'd stand when the world we built together slipped like water through my hand. But the radical honesty of being truly alone is a different kind of strength that I've never even known. I'm not waiting for your phone call, I'm not hoping for a change. I'm just accepting that the landscape has been permanently rearranged. You're a person in a memory, and not a tragedy anymore. It's just a fact of life, like the edge of a mountain or the blade of a knife. We aren't broken hearted, we're just finished with the play, watching the stations carry all the scenery away. No more sorries, no more pleases, no more begging at the door, 'cause there isn't any else worth fighting for anymore. Casualty of gravity and the things that time does. The bridge is down, the sun is set, the die is finally cast. Our love is over and it's finally in the cast. The light is off, the room is still. I've climbed the peak and I've descended the hill. No more tears, no more white, just the white noise of a long overdue goodbye. Our love is over, yeah, it's over. I'm finally letting go. I don't scream your name into the canyon of the night. I don't make a scene or try to start a public fight. I keep the blinds halfway, I keep the volume low, watching the traffic in the street, watching the people go. The neighbors think I'm doing fine, they think I made it through, because I've learned to camouflage the way I'm missing you. I'm a master of the maybe next time and the polite little lie, while I'm drowning in an ocean that is completely run dry. It's a secret I'm keeping from the walls and the floor, a conversation happening behind a dead-bolted door. It's the heaviest weight that a body can bear when the world thinks you're fine, but there's nobody there. I'm missing you quietly, I'm missing you deep, in the promises I couldn't afford to keep. It's the ghost in the kitchen, it's the hum in the wire, it's the ash that's left over from a beautiful fire. I don't need a stage and I don't need a crowd. My grief is a whisper that's incredibly loud, just a slow motion heart in a fast forward city, missing you quietly without any pity, without any pity. I see a headline in the paper or a joke on the news, and I turn to tell you, then I look at my shoes. A sudden realization is a sharp silver blade, tearing through the careful little piece that I made. I fold your old sweater and I put it away, saving the heartbreak for a different kind of day. It's a dull, steady rhythm like a clock on the wall, reminding me of how far I've managed to fall. Sometimes the silence is a violent thing, with a sharper edge than any words could bring. I'm screaming in the vacuum when no one can hear, wiping away the invisible tear. I'm a ghost in the making, I'm a shadow in bloom, just trying to outrun the ghost in the room. us incredibly loud. When no one suspects, no one can tell that I've built a home in this quiet little hell. I'm missing you now, I miss you tonight. I'm missing you quietly. Until the morning light, until the morning light. Just me and the silence, missing you. I'm looking in the mirror, but the math isn't adding up. There's a deficit of me inside this cracked and empty cup. I used to have a temper, I used to have a spark, but your heart lit the light and left me standing in the dark. I checked the kitchen drawers and I saved the bedside stand, looking for the parts of me you carried in your hand. It wasn't just the records or the pictures on the shelf. It was the quiet hidden layers that apologize myself. I'm a puzzle with a border, with the sadness gone to see. You took the very things you knew I'd eventually need. The kisses you took, they weren't yours to keep. They're the reason that I'm looking while the rest of the world's asleep. You took my dresses and borrowed my faith in the truth of my hollowed out canyon that's shaped just like you. I can't even find the anger, it's the debt I can't collect. I'm just living in the winds of the parts you've been select. I'm half a man walking, reading from a stolen book, trying to look and live all the pieces you took. You took the way I used to laugh without checking for the rain. You took a part of me that didn't recognize the pain. Now I'm cautious with my shadow and I'm careful with my breath, like I'm trying to look Gucci at a bargain with a death. I saw you in the city, looking colorful and new. Did you build a new foundation out of mud? But Terrio soon. Give me back my baby, give me back my will. Give me back the quiet heart that knew how to be still. But I know how the story goes, the thief is long gone, and I'm just a yucky house with the sun is shining on. All the pieces you took, they were ours to keep. They're the reason that I'm walking while the rest of the world is asleep. I'm just a skeleton waiting for the dawn. You didn't even scrap, you didn't even hoop. I'm just the empty space left by the pieces you took. Yeah, you took it all. I followed every map you drew. I walked into the sun. I didn't see the cliffside till the damage had been done. I trusted in the always and the warmth of every word, but now the only sound is the one I never heard. The quiet snap of promises, the tearing of the seams, the way a heavy hammer finds the center of my dreams. I'm picking up the splinters where the us used to reside, with nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. They say that love's a healer, that it's worth a heavy price, but I'm the one who's freezing on a desert made of ice. I gave away my armor and I opened every gate, just to find our soulmates was a synonym for fate. 'Cause love left me broken and left me on the floor. It took the key and locked it from the other side of the door. It promised me a kingdom, then it burned the castle down. It left me as a jester in a dead and dusty town. I'm a mosaic of maybe, I'm a masterpiece of why, just a witness to the moment that the truth became a lie. I didn't just lose, you lost the person I was then. Your love left me broken, and I won't be whole again. I see the couples holding hands, and I wanna scream, run, before they find the bullet in the chamber of the gun. It's a beautiful deception, it's a temporary high, before the hello turns into a jagged goodbye. I'm a casualty of habit, I'm a victim of the spark, a man who's learned to navigate the features of the dark. You walked away so easy, like you're shedding off a skin, while I'm the one who's drowning in the place you let me in. Is there a refund for the years, a credit for the soul? Is there a way to fill this massive, God-forsaken hole? I'm bankrupt in the spirit, I'm a debt that can't be paid, staring at the wreckage of the life that we had made. I used to think that broken was a thing that you could fix, but some hearts are just ashes, they don't respond to bricks. I'm drawing a circle around this heart of mine. It's jagged at the edges, it's heavy in the chest. I'm putting all the love songs finally to rest. Love left me broken, it left me for dead. And there's nothing left to just like I said. The dust has settled on the books we never read, and I finally stopped talking to the ghost inside my bed. The seasons did their duty, the leaves turned brown and fell, and I've learned to ring the changes in this quiet hollow shell. I see your life in snapshots, a city, a new name, looking like you never even flickered in the flame. You're 1,000 miles of better, you're a victory in the light, while I'm just a stubborn shadow in the middle of the night. The world didn't end like the song said it would, it just kept on spinning as well as it could. But I'm the glitch in the system, the ship in the bay, still anchored to the spot where you threw it all away. I'm still here in the echo of your gone, waiting for a sunrise that's never gonna dawn. You're a traveler, a dreamer, a bird on the wing, and I'm just the wreckage where the memories cling. They say time is a river, but I'm standing on the shore, watching the person that I was not be me anymore. You found the exit, you made it out clear, but baby, look at me, I'm still here. I've mastered the art of the I'm doing fine grin, while the walls of this apartment keep on closing in. I go to the places where we used to be young, with the taste of your name still sharp on my tongue. It's a haunting by choice, it's a beautiful dead, a refusal to let go of the things I regret. You're a master of moving, a ghost of the past, and I'm the monument built to the things that don't last. Is it strength to stay, or is it just fear of a world where your face doesn't finally appear? If I move an inch, if I step off this track, doesn't mean that I'm never gonna get us back. So I'll be the lighthouse with a broken out glass, just watching the ships and the centuries pass. I'm still here in the echo of your gone, waiting for a sunrise that's never gonna dawn. You're a traveler, a dreamer, a bird on the wing, and I'm just the wreckage where the memories cling. They say time is a river, but I'm standing on the shore, watching the person that I was not be me anymore. You found the exit, you made it out clear, but baby, look at me, I'm still here, still here in the silence, still here in the pain, waiting for the sky to scream out your name. You're so far away, you're so long ago, but I'm the only one who wouldn't let go. Yeah, I'm still here, I'm still here, I'm still right here. The coffee was still steaming in your favorite ceramic cup. I was mid-sentence, never thought to look up, but the air in the kitchen turned suddenly thin as a draft from the hallway came rushing back in. You didn't scream and you didn't make You just stepped out of the frame of our favorite scene. I heard the gravel crunch beneath your tires as the smoke started rising from our leftover fires. I reached for the door, but my fingers were lit. I was paralyzed by every word you just said. When you walked away, you took the floor with you. You took the ever after, and the sky up blue. The world didn't stop, but it lost all its sound. I felt the gravity feel as I hit the ground. You didn't just leave a room or a space. You erased the reflection of my own damn face. Everything shattered in a shade of gray when you walked away. Now I'm a ghost hunter in my own living room, tracing the scent of your expensive perfume. I found a receipt for the dinner we had back when the good outweighed all of the bad. It's funny how fast a kingdom can fall from a house full of life to just 4 empty walls. Did you feel the shiver when you crossed the line? Did you feel the snap when you weren't mine? Or was it as easy as breathing for you to trade in the us for someone new? Because I'm still standing right where I broke, watching my future go up in the smoke. The light is still on, but the version of me that you loved is gone. You didn't look back, you didn't even sway. You just took the world